Danielle here. Welcome to Danielle's Corner. Today I'm going to be sharing how to make barbecue pulled pork in the crock pot. Okay, so what you're going to need is obviously pork. I bought this whole boneless pork loin. I got this at our Sam's. So I got that. This is 6.52 pounds. And then you'll need some barbecue sauce. This is what I'm using. Some light brown sugar, using this one. Some chicken broth. Apple cider vinegar. And then, oh, red chili powder. This is the one I'm using. We get a big bag at, it's called the Fruit Basket. And so this is what we use. This is medium. And then salt and pepper. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to take the pork out of the bag. And I'm going to have to cut it in half because this is very long to fit in my crock pot. So I'm going to place it here and wash my hands before I get my knife contaminated. How are you all doing today? How's everything been going with you? Things are going good here. Cheyenne's being good with her homeschooling, enjoying it. I'm so happy with that. Okay, so we're going to cut this in half. I might have to cut it. Well, let's just try it in half and then we'll take it from there. Okay, and then we want to cut off some of this fat. Or do we want to leave it? I know in the recipe that I have it says to cut it off, so to me, I want a little bit of fat in your pork sandwiches. So this is pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork, and I'm going to use it to make sandwiches. I'm just doing this, the pulled pork, and then you can do it however. I'm going to use it for sandwiches. You can use it just however, if you want to eat it with some coleslaw. Or you can use coleslaw on your sandwich. That would work too. Okay, so I'm going to just trudge along here and take off not all of the fat, but a lot of it, just so that it's not so fatty. I mean, because this is quite a bit of fat on here, so we don't want that much. And I'll come back when I'm ready to put it in the crock pot. Okay, so now I've got that pretty much. There's still some fat on the pork, but that's okay. So now we're going to mix up 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. So I have my tablespoon right here. This is packed brown sugar, so 3 tablespoons. 1. I have never made this, so we'll see. I don't really see how it can come out bad, honestly, but we'll see. Okay, so there's 3 of those. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. I don't want to put the brown sugar in there with the... Okay. 1, 2, and I might be doing a little bit extra or a little bit less. It's just, you know, I'm not exact. There's that, and then 2 teaspoons of salt. This is a 1 teaspoon, 1, 2, and half a teaspoon of pepper. It says freshly ground pepper. I don't have freshly ground pepper, so we're just using good old run-of-the-mill pepper. Okay, so now we're going to mix that together, and then we're going to rub that onto the pork. And then we're going to put it in the crock pot. So, I'm excited. I hope they turn out good. I don't see why not, like I said. I think they will. I don't really see how you can mess up something in the crock pot. Maybe if you leave it in too long. I don't know. But there we go. There's that mixed, and then let's go ahead and rub it onto the pork. So here's the pork. So we're going to go ahead and rub the pork with this yummy deliciousness. So we'll do this side. Pretty excited for this. I always get nervous. Well, I always get nervous trying new things, but then I also get nervous with my tried and true because I'm like, is it going to turn out as good as last time it turned out? So, I don't know. I need to have a little bit more faith in myself as far as my cooking goes. I'm a better cook than I ever gave myself credit for, and then now I've been like branching out and trying new things, which is always fun too. Whereas years ago, even a couple years ago, I would have not done that. It was more of just like my same old stuff. Okay, got a pretty big mess here, but I will clean that up momentarily. Okay, I'm going to put that in the crock pot, and then this one on top of it. Move this and wipe things down, and then we'll turn on the crock pot. Okay, so I have it in the crock pot. What is the next step? We pour the broth and 1/4 cup of the vinegar over the pork. Okay, so the broth, we do 3/4 cup of the broth. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that in there. I don't really pour too much over because I don't want the rub to come off. Okay, so there's that. And then we do 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar. Alright, 1/4 cup. This is 1/2 cup. I don't want to do 1/2 cup, I want to do 1/4 cup. I'm glad I paid attention. Well, because the recipe actually says 1/2 cup, but you're only using 1/4 cup now, and then you add 1/4 cup later. So I got a little mixed up there. So we don't want to do... Okay. So there we go. Now it says cover and cook on high for 4 hours. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover it, put it on high, and we'll see you guys back in about 4 hours. Okay, so here we go. Here is the pork. Got a lot of juices in there. Now we need to shred it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to take it out of the crock pot and put it here, and I'm going to shred it. This looks good, you guys. It smells delicious too. That's the most important thing, right? There we go. And then let me look at the recipe and see. I'm pretty sure it said to save some of the juices. So let's take a look. I have it on my phone. So I'm just pulling up my phone here, and it says to remove pork to cutting board and shred using 2 forks. Reserve 1 cup of the cooking liquid and discard the rest. So let me go ahead and get a cup and get that out so that I don't forget, because I do have a tendency to forget that kind of stuff. Oh, have my 1 cup. Let me get a bowl. Sorry you guys can't see me, but I'm here. Just getting the stuff. So let me get the... It's a little less than a cup, so I'm going to probably end up doing a little bit more than a cup just to be... Ooh, piece of meat there. Okay. More than a cup, but at least we have at least a cup. And then I guess I should discard the rest of that. Probably into another bowl, since it's got so much like stuff in it. I don't want to put down the drain. So let me take this, pouring it into another bowl here. So I can discard that later. And now we have our empty crock pot. Perfect. A little chunk of something there. Okay. Now we can start shredding it. Get a couple of forks here. Let's see how this is gonna go, guys. Ooh, ooh. All right, okay. So I guess this is what it's gonna happen. We'll just shred, shred, shred. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this and get it shredded. I'm excited for this. My dogs are scratching at the back door, so they want out. So I'm gonna go let them out. I'm gonna come back and finish shredding this, and then we will do the rest of what needs to be done. Okay, so now I got the pork all shredded, and we're going to do, this is the cup of the liquid from there. That shredding was a little bit more work than I anticipated. Whew, built up a sweat. Okay, now we're gonna mix in this with the remaining liquid. That was 1 cup of the liquid that was in there. And we do the rest of the a quarter cup of the apple cider vinegar. And I put the darn barbecue sauce up. Let me grab that. Okay. We do half a cup of barbecue sauce. I have my quarter cup here, so I'll do 2 things. So this will be half a cup of barbecue sauce. And we mix this together, and then we put it in there, and we let that cook for another 20 minutes. I think this is going to be so good. It smells very vinegary, so I'm not sure about that, but I think once it's all mixed together, it's going to be just lovely. I'm excited. Knowing me, I'm going to end up adding more barbecue sauce because this does not seem like enough. I don't know if I got too much pork, but let me show you guys. You guys will see. Okay, let's go ahead and mix that in there. So here's the shredded pork. It's like a lot, so I don't know if that is going to be enough. So let's go ahead and pour this in. I feel like I need double what we just did. Okay, then we're going to let it simmer. More than likely, I'm going to add more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to add more. But I'm going to let this simmer, and then I'm going to add more, and then we'll come back and we will sample it. Okay, so here we are. We got this done. Got it all in there. I did add quite a bit more barbecue sauce. I added another cup of the liquid, and then I added about a cup more of the barbecue sauce. I didn't add any more vinegar. I was afraid it would be too much, but this is what we got. So let's go ahead and sample this. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. I'm really, really excited. I think it's going to be delicious. I know it's going to be. It smells so good. It's been just all day long. Well, not all day, but for several hours now. Let's get a good little chunk here. So good. So yummy. Smells so good. 2 thumbs up for sure. This is so good. I'll definitely leave the recipe down below. Let me know if you try it. Leave a comment. Let me know if you ever made anything like this, how you eat it, if you eat it as a sandwich or if you eat it some other way. I would love to hear about it, or what you eat it with. So let me know. Definitely consider subscribing. I would love to have you. And yeah, I'm going to make this into sandwiches, barbecue pork sandwiches. And yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you all are having an amazingly blessed day and an amazingly blessed week. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.